Hey, what's up, everybody? It's just Charles Sabanson, and welcome you guys to another episode of the DREAMERSPRO show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them, folks. Oh, we got another one of these shows. Before we get into it, please make sure you like the video. It's up to the channel. Please make sure you follow me on Instagram. My handle is CTABANZ. So let's get into this topic, man. So this was something that I wanted to touch on yesterday, but I totally forgot. So, as you guys know, man, Bronny, for the last few games, been stinking it up, right? Stinking up the joint. But let people like Nick Wright and the media tell it, Bronny been balling. Like, there was a game where Bronny James has 6 assists, and the media goes, Bronny James is unlocking Nick Smith Jr. I think Nick Smith Jr. had like 27, 29 points. And they go, Bronny James is unlocking. I'm like, really? This is what we're doing? Bronny is unlocking Nick Smith. Not that he's the one that's getting buckets now. But when have you ever heard this before? Any other night, somebody scored 30, man. He did his thing. Now, all of a sudden, it's Bronny unlocking it. And I want to say this real quick. So, Gil's Arena put out a show the other day where they were essentially, they put out like a title, right, where it goes, Bronny James and the Lakers and the role players like pushed to like I think 6-2 or something like that, right? And I saw the title, and the minute I saw that title, I already knew it was rage bait, and some people fell for it. Too Raw for TV, he did a show about it. I saw it, and I came this close to clicking it. I said, no, I'm not clicking it, right? I'm just not going to click it because it's rage bait. And I know people are going to be upset at Gilbert Arenas. Gilbert Arenas is not the one that did that thumbnail, bro. It's this Gil's Arena. They're the ones that did it. Gilbert didn't do that. I think it's just their channel trolling people. So I feel sorry for the people that fell for that nonsense. But people did, nevertheless, right? People did. So, let's get to Nick Wright. So Nick Wright, as you guys know, did a show yesterday. We did a show on him where Nick Wright was actually trying to make a case that Bronny James earned his way on the Lakers. And it's because of his play that he's still on the Lakers. And I'm like, you can't even be serious, right? Well, in the midst of Nick Wright doing this, he decided to take a shot at Stephen A. Smith, right? Because Stephen A. Smith was the one that went on TV, I think, last season when Bronny got cooked by Tyrese Maxey. It was like, stop doing this and all of that. So in the midst of Nick Wright trying to make his point, he decided to sneak this Stephen A. Smith. So for those of y'all didn't hear what he had to say, I want to play his comments for you now and then come back and continue on the show. Take a listen to Nick Wright here.
Here's the deal. And this is a little about Bronny, and this is more about media criticism. But a little less than a year ago, we were in full-blown Bronny James meltdown in the media about the scourges of nepotism and LeBron forcing the Lakers into such a mistake and pleading with LeBron as a father to stop this farce, and folks claiming that their heart just goes out to the other potential draftees who got snubbed because the Lakers wasted the 55th pick on Bronny. And now, the last 2 games, the Lakers, who are super shorthanded, Sunday night, were in a tight game with Miami, played Bronny in crunch time. He played really good defense, had one awesome driving kick for a critical 3, and they won. 18 minutes. Solid, end of the bench performance. And then yesterday, in a game where LeBron was out, Luka was out, and Austin Reeves was out, they called on Bronny again against the Blazers when the Blazers were double-digit favorites. And Bronny played 19 minutes, had 6 assists, had no turnovers, and the Lakers won again. Now, do I think Bronny is a great player? Obviously not. Do I think Bronny is even going to be a rotation guy this year for the Lakers when they're healthy? No. Do I think if we are going to be fair and we are going to look at this objectively, we should say, hey, how does his production up to this point in the season compare to the other guys drafted in the second half of the first round? I think that's fair. So if you go picks 45 through, I think there were only 58 in that draft, oddly, instead of 60. And you're like, oh, so of those 14 guys, 7 of them are not on an NBA roster. So, he certainly is providing more value than those 7. Of those 14 guys, only Quentin Post, Jamal Shead, and Cam Spencer have played more minutes. Okay. Of those 14 guys, only Jamal Shead and Cam Spencer have more assists. Of those 14 guys, only Cam Spencer has more steals. Now Bronny is field goal percentage like 20%. He hasn't shot much, but I think he's, I think he's 2 for 11 on the season. So obviously he's not shooting the ball well. He's not shooting the ball much. But you look at that draft and all the crying that was done. Pick 47 has not played, is not on a roster. Pick 48 has played 11 minutes. Pick 49, pick 50, pick 51 has not played or on G League teams. Pick 52, Quentin Post, has actually been solid for the Warriors. And pick 53, Cam Spencer's been solid for the Grizzlies. Pick 54, not on a roster. Pick 55, Bronny. Pick 56, pick 57.
So you heard what Nick Wright had to say. Well, Nick, look. Nick Wright is not serious. Okay? Bronny James this year in 5 games in 13 minutes is averaging 1.5 points per game. Okay? He's averaging 18% field goal shooting percentage with 25% from the 3. I think he made 1 3. He is shooting 100% from the free throw line. I'm assuming he made his free throws. I still don't understand these stats the NBA.com is using, with 2.2 assists per game, 0.8 turnovers, and 1 steal per game. So, look, Bronny's numbers are worse across the board this year. They're worse. He's averaging less points than last year. Last year he averaged 2.3. This year he's averaging 1.5. Last year he shot 31% from the field. This year he's shooting 18% from the field. Last year he shot 28% from the 3. He's shooting 25% from the 3. The only thing that's improved this year is his free throw shooting percentage at 100 to 78.6. Last year he got you more. This year averaging about the same rebounds. He's averaging more assists this year, but he's also averaging more turnovers a game this year, and he's averaging more steals. Nick Wright isn't serious. Okay? You dissing Stephen A. Smith. Stephen A. Smith didn't say anything wrong. Stephen A. Smith is saying what we all knew was going to happen, which is if Bronny continuously goes out there and doesn't play well, people are going to make fun of him. Regardless of how the media is trying to promote him and make him seem like people are going to roast him. And that's what Stephen A. Smith was talking about. He was like, just save him from the potential ridicule. And that's what he was saying. But Nick is now trying to make this argument that, no, Bronny's like knock it off. Okay? The reason Bronny's on that roster is because of his father. Knock it off. Like, just knock it off. In all of your analysis, you didn't bring that point up. So to be taking a shot at Stephen A. Smith, Stephen A. Smith didn't even cover Bronny. He didn't even cover him. I never covered Bronny like when he was in college. We only started talking about him in the NBA, but he went out of his way to not even talk about him. So I don't understand why you're dissing Stephen A. Smith, man. And the points that you brought up were pretty lousy. But hey, these are my thoughts on it. Whatever you guys think, leave your thoughts in the comments, and we catch you guys on the next show. And I'm out. Peace.